Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Ghost Layers Report. I'm Ryan as always. Today, at the heart of the beast, as you can see behind me, I'm right behind the HQ of Tepco here in Shinjuku. The reason I'm here today is because recently Tepco released their final report on Fukushima. Okay, now as we all know, it's kind of laughable that it's called Final Report because the situation is still ongoing. Now, it's interesting the way this report was released. It was first released to the mainstream media in a very peculiar way. They held a press conference, only one they said they were going to hold on this, and they released this report to all the journalists 15 minutes before the actual press conference and when questioning would begin. This report is a massive book, and they gave these journalists 15 minutes to read the entire thing and then ask questions. So that extremely limited even the mainstream press ability to directly talk to these representatives from Tepco. Later on, the report has slowly been released to everyone else. Now, I've had a chance to review a lot of this report, and it's quite interesting. Now, throughout the report, they go through step by step what happened and what they did, and every step along the way, Tepco, my friends here behind me here, blame the Japanese government, left and right, every chance they get. Just blaming, saying that if the government had stayed out of their way, they could have handled things a lot more faster, a lot more efficiently. Now, this is interesting, considering for many years, the nuclear industry in Japan gave out a lot of donations, as they call it, to members of not only the Nuclear Safety Agency, but to members of the Japanese Parliament, as we refer to as the Diet here. So they gave all this money to all those politicians. Politicians in the Nuclear Agency really lets them go lax on safety standards, things like that. And then when a disaster happens and we need these agencies to step up and cooperate with the industry complains that they were getting in the way of what they were doing. Quite interesting, this report as it goes along. All right. Now, another interesting part of this is that Tepco had decided they would no longer discuss the final report at all, if anyone. No, they're not going to go into this. Okay. So they released the report, give journalists very limited amount of time to ask them questions, and then say it's done, we're over with this, moving forward. Yeah, I think you can put that together yourself. Okay, so while we have a situation here, my good friends behind me, is that they're clearly not wanting to talk about this. They just want to sit back and blame everyone else and say that the same people they paid off all these years, let them get away with lax safety standards, they blame those people when things do go bad and say those people should stay out of the way. You know, and then, Tepco does admit they were not prepared to deal with the disaster at Fukushima. They did come out and admit that, and that is a bit of a contradiction. You say you're not prepared, but then the same people that you paid off to not regulate things properly, you blame. That's interesting. It's a bit of a contradiction there, a major contradiction. And now they won't even discuss it with him. They say, no, we released the final report. This is really what happened. It's all the government's fault. It's not our fault. We were unprepared because of them. And because they got in our way, they made things worse. It doesn't make any logical sense. It doesn't make any logical sense at all to make such an assertion. You pay these people off, and then you blame them for not having everything ready. You blame them for being the ones who are inefficient. You bounce off all the blame on other people. When they, that's kind of crazy. All right. So yeah, I did decide to come down here right in front of Tepco and talk about this, because it needs to be talked about a bit more than what the mainstream media is talking about. They were blocked out, basically, from asking the right questions and having a proper amount of time to review it. So please leave your comments or comment box below. Spread this video around. Let's get people talking more about this final report that they've released on Fukushima. There's a lot of stuff in that report, and I cannot get through it all by myself. I need other people to help me analyze it. It is available in English and Japanese, so you can get your hands on it. And before we go, let's say hello to our friends here, shall we? Come on, let's go. Say hello to them. They're right there. Yeah. Hello, Tepco. How are you today? We hope everything's going fine at the head office. And we hope that you are listening to us, because we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. Sorry about that. We're not going to stop. So, good luck there, Tepco. Good luck with everything. There's their front door right there. We need you to listen to us. The media is tired of you blocking us out. Alright? So, this is Ryan here, reporting from Tepco's headquarters right here in Shinjuku, Japan. Until next time, checking out.